You just got accepted into Teach for America and you don't know whether or not you should accept the offer. Let me help you decide. I mean, you've heard of the horror stories of Teach for America, or maybe you've heard exceptional things about their program. Nice to meet you. My name is Yale Bass. I actually am an alum for TFA. I did my core year in 2017 in Los Angeles, and I'm currently residing in Las Vegas. I did teach for 3 years after my 2-year commitment, and I resigned from teaching completely in July. Here are 5 things you should consider before you click accept or deny on that offer. The first thing, enter the job with a humble heart. What do I mean by this? The teaching profession is one of the most selfless professions. In essence, you are serving the community. Your value is equivalent to a firefighter, police officer, hospital staff, etc. Are you ready to sacrifice your personal time? Are you ready to put your immediate needs to the side for your community and your students and their families? There are many sacrifices that you will have to make as a first-year teacher. Teaching is not about rescuing anybody or about you being able to accomplish the dream of pulling all of these marginalized students to greater things. Students will thrive if you give them the right guidance, if they have the appropriate content, and are given the reassurance from their community to pursue their dreams or to further their education. They are not going to strive just because of you. This is a community thing. Parents make sacrifices. The administration makes sacrifices. Students make sacrifices. Counselors do. I mean, you're just in the business of making sacrifices for the community that you serve. This job humbled me so much in so many ways. And you think you're so smart? Try teaching. You think that because you accomplish so many things at your Ivy League institution that you can do anything, that you're invincible? I challenge you to teach. You think you're so brave and that you can and ambitious? I challenge you to teach. The best way to enter this job is with a humble heart and recognizing that this has nothing to do with you. You to serve your students by creating an environment in which students can thrive academically, socially, emotionally. Okay, the second one is, are you ready to be vocal? So one of my fears as a first-year teacher was to speak up out of fear that I was going, if I'm not compliant, that I'm gonna get written up or that I eventually get fired, which are ridiculous excuses. As a 22-year-old fresh out of city year and college, and my second year, I mustered the courage to express certain concerns. However, because I was 23 and immature, I did so unprofessionally. As a teacher, as a 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year teacher, I learned through other teachers on how they express concerns. And my second site as a teacher, it was so much better because they actually modeled how this looked like with students, with teachers. And so I could see clearly, oh, this is the right way to address concerns and not by like other ways. And if TFA is watching, that is an excellent training idea on modeling a meeting with your principal to express certain issues with the school system or academic issues, whatever it may be. Because, I mean, let's be real, every school has its challenges. No school is perfect. So I think it's important as young teachers to know how to navigate those spaces. Okay, work-life balance is non-existent. Sorry to tell you, but regardless of all of the content that you've watched on YouTube on work-life balance as a teacher, or maybe you've heard from other teachers that it is very possible, it does not exist for a first-year teacher. I'll be the first one and probably the only one to tell you the truth. As a first-year teacher, you are trying to figure out your craft, your teacher voice, how you're going to teach, what you're going to teach, and so much more. The list is infinite. On the other hand, as an experienced teacher, you already know what to expect, and you can address certain things on autopilot. Experienced teachers have an invisible toolbox where they just pull out the tools and know when to use them on autopilot. Thus, they don't have to spend so much time planning meticulously because they know what works and what does not. They know how to choose their battles. They know what to stress on what not to stress on. They work less on classroom management because they have already dealt with the same bad behaviors in the past and know exactly how to address them. As a first-year teacher, you will fail miserably, and you will also question whether or not this profession is the right one for you. However, during the second year, third year, and consecutively, you will be thankful that you stayed because you can actually see the growth that you've made as a teacher, and you'll see better results with your students. The last one is content. Mastering your content is important. It's not very sexy or popular to say, but I have, through my teaching experience, I've seen teachers leave the profession because they were not confident in the content that they were teaching, or they just were not passionate about it, and you could tell on their face every single day, and it's ridiculous because they want to be a team player. They'll say, yes, I'll teach computer science, yes, I'll teach Spanish, even though I don't really have any experience with that. But save yourself. If you were assigned a subject that you have no experience in, no passion in, do not accept the offer. And you will just save yourself years of misery. Additionally, students do not receive the proper education in that content area because of the lack of the teacher's expertise. It's just not, like they're receiving a mediocre education on that subject. And that's dangerous. It's like, imagine if a police recruiter was assigned to do detective work and he doesn't have any knowledge or guidance or any interest in doing detective work. Like, it just doesn't make sense in law enforcement, so why does it make sense to administration or to even teachers in education? And lastly, the more content knowledge you can master, the more confident you will appear, or more confidence you will have when you're up teaching. And it's not just, oh, okay, I'm gonna feel more confident, but there's also another layer to this. When your students see the confidence that you exhibit on a day-to-day basis, there's going to, the trust between the information you're giving and them grows so much. And you'll see a hunger in their desire to learn from you. And when you see that happening, you'll want to stay in the classroom. Confidence equates to trust. So will you accept your TFA offer? Please let me know in the comments below. I wish I could say that you should all apply, but honestly, there are some people that shouldn't because it's not for them. It's not the right decision for them. I know it's a scary thought because teaching is scary, but after that first year, trust me, things go way more smoothly than you think. Hasta luego. Bye.